One Zambia, one nation. Welcome to Zanis News. I'm Alice Banda to be with you, and our sign language interpreter is Jennifer Shalionda. Let's take a look at the stories making headlines. President Hichilema graces 125 years anniversary of RCZ. Iteji Power Corporation shuts down one turbine. Lunta Girls Stem School harvests over 300 bags of maize. Plus, Conjoined twins mark their third birthday. Zanis News in detail. President Hakainde Hichilema has reaffirmed government's commitment to work with the church in delivering service to the people. President Hichilema says government invites the church to help in mitigating the effects of the drought on citizens. Speaking in Lusaka today during the Reformed Church in Zambia RCZ 125 years celebration of existence, President Hichilema urged the church to expand its coverage to ensure all the hard-hit districts are ably assisted with food. Upesendwe has more in the following report.
Hundreds of congregants from the Reformed Church in Zambia RCZ gathered at the Lusaka Showgrounds to celebrate 125 years of the church's existence in the country. President Hakainde Hichilema was among the worshippers who joined in the celebration and commended the church for its social and humanitarian support to communities.
Let me also acknowledge that those leaders that came before you, who did not just do evangelical work, but helped to set up schools, helped to set up colleges, just Omare, for example, helped to set up health facilities, ran them under difficult times, challenging financial conditions, saving our people in need. I want to confess, Reverend Banda, that I'm one of the parents who have benefited from one of your schools. We confirm our partnership in education, in health, in other community works that you are doing.
President Hichilema says the government will continue to work with the church, especially during these critical times when the country is facing the drought disaster.
We should continue to work together in the drought mitigation measures. We should fight this drought. We should provide support. Two areas, I must say. One, support to feed our people in the 84 districts that have been afflicted by the drought. And I did explain to you that we are most food insecure because the drought areas are largely the farming areas of our country. And what we want to do, working with your church and other churches, our churches, is to support feeding people who are afflicted by this hunger, number one. Number two, to increase the resilience. Resilience so that when we are faced with such a case in future, we have enough food to feed our people.
RCZ Synod moderator gave a history background of the church while assuring government of RCZ continued support, especially in mitigating the adverse impact of the drought on citizens.
The Reformed Church in Zambia will work and always support your government, for we know we are partners in this undertaking. Your Excellency, we have heard your call for partners and stakeholders, both political parties and corporate partners, to come together and effectively implement immediate life-saving and life-sustaining humanitarian and recovery needs for the most affected areas of drought. Let me borrow your words on this one. You are not on your own. We are together as Zambians. And I am sure, Your Excellency, together as a nation, we can do to develop this country.
Leading the sermon, Dutch Reformed Church of South Africa General Secretary said the church needs to remain firm on the word and as a beacon of hope for the country.
Churches who have a prophetic voice to call to account the rulers and the governance of our day. May the RCZ continue to play a pivotal role as a church in Zambia with a prophetic voice, as the church follows God's calling and make the presence of God known among the Zambian people.
The Reformed Church in Zambia, being one of the largest traditional churches in the country, was established in 1899 with its first branch in Eastern Province. Vupasendo for Zanis in Lusaka.
Meanwhile, President Hakainde Hichilema has assured traditional leaders of government's commitment to provide solar energy to all the 10 provinces to improve people's lives in rural communities. President Hichilema says government is mobilizing resources saved from other sectors to ensure power is provided to rural communities which are not on the national grid. The head of state said this yesterday when he met 52 chiefs in Livingstone who earlier attended the Venemukuni Lwindi traditional ceremony in Kazungula district. Here are the details.
Government is determined to address challenges traditional leaders are facing. This is why President Hakainde Hichilema took time to confer with 52 chiefs from across the country who earlier attended the Venemukuni Lwindi ceremony in Kazungula district. President Hichilema assured the chiefs that each province is allocated 10 mini solar energy systems to address the energy crisis affecting the country due to drought.
Yesterday, I was at one of your colleagues' palaces, Chief Muchila, don't know if he's here. Thank you, Mwami Tolumba, to launch a mini grid off national grid, a mini grid driven by solar off national grid, connecting his area, the school, the health center, and also to allow for irrigation around there so that we produce food not once in the rain season, but we can produce 2 or 3 crops in 1 year. This is the way we are going to put it there. But the good news is that we are going to put 100 of that kind across the country, and each province will receive 10, each province without segregation.
The head of state also wants succession and boundary disputes to be resolved amicably.
Just quickly to say, we have heard the request, 3 requests we have made. Very quickly, succession wrangles. We have to deal with them. Boundary wrangles. We have heard your recommendation. Let us talk about it. Because if the House of Chiefs was able to solve this problem, why are they there? Who goes to court? Is it not you in the royal families? It is you. The president said, no more court. Can we solve the problem in the chiefdom, at the family tree level? You know who is supposed to be chief. He who rushes to court usually is not supposed to be the chief. You see? So now we don't want cases in court.
Traditional leaders stand with government in solidarity and encourage the president to remain focused.
That we are supposed to make as Royal Highnesses, since we are partners, not competitors, trying to mitigate the effects, negative effects of climate change.
Succession disputes, or wrangles, and boundary issues are a challenge, and we request your office and government to expedite the process of ensuring that the House of Chiefs is the final organ to resolve traditional matters, such as succession disputes and land border issues.
Gift Banji, Zanis, in Livingstone, Southern Province.
Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Security, Jack Mwimbo, has appealed to members of the public not to be coerced by some unscrupulous people to disturb public order ahead of tomorrow's ruling by the Constitutional Court on the eligibility case of former President Edgar Lungu. Mr. Mwimbo has disclosed that government has received some intelligence reports of people planning to engage in unruly behavior that threatens the country's peace and stability. He further revealed during a media briefing that some unscrupulous people have been sending messages inciting members of the public to rise and disturb peace tomorrow. Mr. Mwimbo since cautioned members of the public who are fond of being paraded during high-profile court cases not to show up tomorrow at the court premises.
Countrymen and women, you may have noted that in the last few days, a number of unscrupulous individuals have been sending messages to members of the public to rise and disturb order in the country on this particular day. Members of the public are being agitated to be violent and emulate what is happening in Kenya. On behalf of government, I would like to state that we will not allow anarchy to reign in this country. I therefore caution members of the public who are fond of being paraded during high-profile court proceedings to ensure that they don't show up tomorrow. Please, please stay away.
In the energy sector, the Iteji Power Corporation has shut down one turbine at its power plant in Teji due to water levels falling below the minimum required to generate electricity at full capacity. The power plant's one machine was turned off after the water level in the Teji Dam reservoir, which feeds it, fell to a record low of 12 meters below maximum capacity. Director of Distribution and Customer Services at ZESCO Limited, Peter Chamfia, says the shutdown is intended to ration power generation until December. Frederick Mwansa has more in this story.
The El Nino-induced drought that grips some parts of the country has worsened the water levels at Iteji Dam. This island and the road are usually submerged in water, but due to low water levels, they are visible. This situation has led to Iteji Power Station to shut down one turbine, while the remaining turbine is running at half capacity. The power generation has dropped to 33 megawatts from total installed capacity of 120 megawatts. Director of Distribution and Customer Services at ZESCO has disclosed during a media tour of the dam.
Right now, we're in a crisis. We cannot produce the energy which this hydropower station was designed for. As I speak now, we have shut down one machine at ITBC, which is the hydropower company. Currently, as I speak today, we are only producing 33 megawatts instead of 120 megawatts.
Meanwhile, the chief resident engineer gives an update on the water levels in the lake.
At full supply level, is 1,030.5 meters above sea level. At full supply capacity, that is when the dam is at its full storage capacity. At the moment, as you'll be able to see, the current water level is at 1,018 meters above sea level, representing a drop of about 12 meters below the full supply level.
The Iteji ZESCO branch manager has advice for customers.
As consumers, you can also help in the fight by using electricity efficiently. We can employ what we call switch and save. The equipment that we use To start with, we can use NH servers instead of incandescent bulbs, which most people use.
Frederick Mwansa, Zanis, Itejiteji.
Government has commended the Rotary Club for pumping in $6 million United States dollars in the Malaria Partner Zambia campaign program. Minister of Information and Media Permanent Secretary Tabo Kawana says the club's diverse works, such as the $6 million United States dollars investment in the malaria campaign in Mchinga and Central provinces, cannot go unnoticed as the Rotary continues to save masses selflessly. Mr. Kawana said this during the installation ceremony of Ndola Rotary Club President Andrew Musunga. More in the following report.
Known for their humanitarian works, Rotary Club members from across the country have met in Ndola on the Copperbelt province to give support to the incoming Ndola Rotary President. Ministry of Information and Media Permanent Secretary graced the occasion.
The Rotary Club of Ndola has a remarkable legacy of service, which includes the instrumental role in the creation of Northern Technical College, or NOTEC if you like, over 60 years ago, and the Machinery Skills Training Center. The government acknowledges and appreciates the commendable work Rotary is doing across various sectors, notably the Malaria Partnership Zambia, or the Malaria Partners Zambia campaign in Mchinga and Central provinces, with an investment of $6 million. This exemplifies Rotary's significant contributions to public health. The ongoing fight against polio, supported by the Rotary for many years, has brought us this close to eradicating the disease, a monumental achievement indeed. Club has produced prominent leaders, including the late Republican Vice President George Kunda State Council, may his soul rest in peace, High Court judges, CEOs, politicians, and eminent business persons. These distinguished individuals have left indelible marks on our society, demonstrating the powerful legacy of Rotary leadership.
Ndola Rotary installed president highlights some of his expectations and pledges for his tenure.
The following are a few of my similar projects I want to undertake. Has a deep passion for the health sector. I want to bring dialysis machine to the Ndola Teaching Hospital in my name. Help the ATH, that's the Upper Denison Children's Hospital, with water reticulation issues. The Giant League project. Yes, of water, this is a project which my mother, this club, had started some years back. The Giant League is a project related to boards.
Ndola Rotary outgoing president reviewed previous achievements.
And received a certificate for the Rotary Club of CPU School of Medicine, expanding our reach and impact among young leaders. Our donation for wheelchairs and walkways to those in need, as well as the mental health talks held in partnership with the Ndola Teaching Hospital, Liana and the Drug Enforcement Commission have touched the lives of many young people. We further supported the children at Ndola Teaching Hospital's special needs school by enabling them to attend this year's trade fair, thus opening doors to new experiences.
The Ndola Rotary Club has been in existence since 1953, with Andrew Musunga, installed president, being the 73rd president. Jacqueline Mora, Zanis, in Ndola.
We move to Western Province, where Mitete Constituency Member of Parliament, Mishek Mutelo, has commended government for its commitment in addressing transport challenges faced by the police, especially in rural constituencies. Mr. Mutelo was speaking in Lukulu district when Lukulu Police Station received a new 250 horsepower speedboat. Details in the following report by Cosmas Soka.
In its continued quest to enable the police adequate and effective response to threats and security concerns, especially during floods, Government has procured a 250 horsepower speedboat for Mitete and Rukuru East constituencies.
But no access, maybe crossing going to Mitete and tend to certain reports. But of coming of the boats, I think is something that we are very much grateful that we are able to attend to each and every situations that will be coming. Would urge members of the public to cooperate with the police as we go around patrolling, trying to curb crime, especially those people from Mitete, where we don't have yet a police station. Would urge them to cooperate with the police. Any information, please let them come forward and help us so that we can work together and then fight the crime together.
And Mitete constituency Member of Parliament Mishek Mtero has described the development as timely.
This is a good government response. We are grateful to the President and to the New Dawn government. Land, we have, as you may be aware, Lukulu CDF police, Mitete CDF police. This has come as a link. In most cases, the suspects will always take advantage when it's flooded. Their days are short-lived now.
Meanwhile, the district administration is hopeful that the boat will go a long way in easing water transport challenges faced by the police in the area.
Our officers find it very, very difficult during floods, going especially to Mitete and other areas, most especially in Nukuru, which always gets flooded.
Cosmas Soka, Zanis in Rukuru District, Western Province.
We take our first break. Stay tuned.
Zambia Today is a program that keeps you informed on various government policies and programs. Join us every Tuesday at 18 hours on Zanis TV, Topstar Platform, Channel 6 DTT, and 458 DTH. Don't miss. Woman Thou Art is a program that offers counsel to the female folk, sharing real-life experiences and providing guidance to the women and young girls on necessary steps and conducts that will help shape and nurture a sober society. Watch Woman Thou Art on Zanis TV every Wednesday at 18:30 hours on the Topstar channel, Channel 6 DTT, and Channel 458 DTH.
Now, Lunte Girls STEM School in Lunte District has produced over 300 bags of maize and 23 by 50 kilogram bags of beans through its production unit. School head teacher Astrida Mapulanga says the school also has a garden where it is cultivating different kinds of vegetables. Sylvia Zulu reports that Ms. Mapulanga says the revamping of production units has also enabled the school to equip learners with different skills.
The Ministry of Education last year launched the revamping of production units in schools. This was aimed at encouraging schools to increase food production, reduce the cost of educational provision, and impart practical knowledge and skills among learners. Lunte Girls STEM School took the call for production units seriously and engaged in production, where it has since produced over 300 bags of maize and 23 by 50 kg beans. Head teacher Astrida Mapulanga explains how the production unit is helping the learners.
When we involve the learners themselves, one, we impact the skills needed. Most of the girls acknowledge that at home they never used to get involved in doing any activities concerning production units. So they are learning from here and they enjoy. They participated in the planting, so they have that skill. They also participated in the harvest. When harvesting, they were the ones who harvested the maize, sharing and also packaging.
Lunte District Commissioner Joseph Chilando has expressed happiness with the school for recording success in the production unit.
There are some schools like Lunte Girls, Mlenga Mapesa Secondary School, Mkupaka Omade Secondary School who are doing well. Because I have been to these schools For example, Mulenga Mapesa have done very well in terms of maize production. They have even sold something to FRA, and they have left something for the children. So I'm just encouraging the schools that they have to go flat out to implement what we agreed upon.
Some pupils spoken to had this to say.
Most of them really had a feel in planting and also feeling free with nature in itself, because many people are hoping to become doctors, some nurses and the like. But then that also gave them a skill in itself to help plant and also help the school at large in terms of feeding.
Reporting for Zanis, Sylvia Zulu in Lunte District.
In environmental news, United Church of Zambia UCZ Trinity Congregation Girls Brigade in Solwezi District has partnered with Kansanshi Mine in an environmental conservation program to fight climate change by planting 200 trees in the mining lease. Girls Brigade leader Diana Kaoma says the girls now want to put into practice what they have been taught biblically on environmental conservation by planting trees. Join us for the details.
Go Green 2024!
This is Kansanshi Mine's Boomgate area, which at one time was deprived of trees to pave way for mining activities, but now the land has regained its former glory thanks to Kansanshi Mine for taking the initiative to plant back the trees. The trees are growing steadily as the mining firm is watering the tree seedlings to help the newly planted young trees survive the harsh weather conditions following the scant rain this year. As if this is not enough, the mining firm has gone further and partnered with the local girls' brigade from the United Church of Zambia UCZ Trinity Congregation in Solwezi District and provides them with 200 tree seedlings for planting in mining lease.
As you can see, the girls' brigade, we are here in the mining lease to come and plant trees. For we taught our girls biblically and why it's important not to cut down trees, but to plant trees and to take care of everything that God gave us. Trees planted within the mining lease area can provide long-term benefits such as soil stabilization, erosion control, and sustainable sources of timber and other forest products.
The girls are happy with the exercise.
Come here to the mines to plant trees because in the mine people have been cutting down trees just to put a structure, so we're here to replace them.
The tree planting exercise is supervised by Kansanshi Mine environmental officer.
As a mine, we planned to plant 30,000 trees. That was our target for this year, but we only managed to plant 23,000 trees on the mine site. So we are engaging a lot of stakeholders, including churches. As you can see, these are UCZ members that have come to plant trees. And we really appreciate for their effort to come through.
Reporting for Zanis News, I am Chebun Koma in Solwezi District, Northwestern Province.
Still in Northwestern Province, Permanent Secretary Gradson Katambi has urged officers at correctional facilities to be compassionate in the manner they treat inmates. Speaking during the commemoration of the Provincial Day of Prayer and Action for Inmates, held at St. Daniel's Catholic Cathedral, Colonel Katambi says inmates are equally citizens who should be treated with kindness and love. This year's event was held under the theme Transformation of Inmates' Lives Through Provision of Quality Health Care. Inmates are our family members. Still on Prayer Day for Inmates, Eastern Province Minister Peter Perry has called on the church and other non-governmental organizations, NGOs, to work together in ensuring that the welfare and holistic health of inmates is considered. Mr. Perry said this in a speech read on his behalf by Assistant Secretary Clement Chilembo at the 2024 International Day of Prayer and Action for Inmates in Chipata. Let's take a look at this story.
Chipata District has joined the rest of the country in the hosting of the 2024 International Day of Prayer and Action for Inmates. Eastern Province Minister Peter Perry was represented at this year's commemoration by Assistant Secretary Clement Chilembo as guest of honor.
The 2024 International Day of Prayer and Action for Inmates under the theme Transformation of the Inmates' Lives through the provision of quality health care. This theme calls for concerted efforts from government, civil society organizations, the church, non-governmental organizations, and all other stakeholders to work together in ensuring the welfare and the holistic health of inmates is highly considered.
Zambia Correctional Services Eastern Province Regional Commanding Officer Oliver Liseva outlined the importance of hosting the International Day of Prayer to the inmates.
We have to appreciate that we are in a very serene environment, a very calm environment where we've been blessed through praise groups, through the preaching of the word, through the poems, and everything that has been said here. And physically, we can see that a number of gifts which have come from various sectors have been presented to the inmates. My assurance, therefore, is that these gifts will be properly recorded, will be properly accounted for, and will be properly distributed to the intended beneficiaries.
And later, Mr. Chilembo handed over assorted gifts from the members of the public to the inmates. Sylvester Chimba for Zanis in Chipata District, Eastern Province.
In other news, Lusaka Central Member of Parliament Mlambo Haimbe has commended Bauleni serving groups in Kabulonga Ward 19 for saving over 3 million kwacha in a period of 6 months. Mr. Haimbe, who is also Minister of Foreign Affairs and Internal Cooperation, says the groups need to be linked to corporate business ventures to maximize their profits. We have more in the following report. We go for another break. Stay tuned.
Zambia Today is a program that keeps you informed on various government policies and programs. Join us every Tuesday at 18 hours on Zanis TV, Topstar Platform, Channel 6 DTT, and 458 DTH. Don't miss. Woman Thou Art is a program that offers counsel to the female folk, sharing real-life experiences and providing guidance to the women and young girls on necessary steps and conduct that will help shape and nurture a sober society. Watch Woman Thou Art on Zanis TV every Wednesday at 18:30 hours on the Topstar channel, Channel 6 DTT, and Channel 458 DTH.
The Ministry of Health in Lumezi District has embarked on a community-driven program to create model health villages. Lumezi District Health Promotions Officer Temwanani Mtonga says a health village is one that upholds good practices to foster development in the community. More in the following report.
Lumezi, being a rural-based district, is confronted by several social and economic challenges. The Minister of Health in Lumezi is keen to actualize the concept of healthy villages. The idea stresses the need to uphold good health practices such as ensuring good sanitation and hygiene through the construction of toilets, supporting children's education and community participation in environmental protection and sustainable food production. Lumezi District Health Promotion Officer Temwanani Mutonga took time to engage the people of Silia Village on the health village concept.
So Silia Village has been selected to be a model village, a healthy village model. We want to try and ensure that each household has a pit latrine that has hand washing facility using ash or soap. Education is also a vital component for a healthy village. Apart from that, we also want to address the issue of alcohol and drug abuse.
John Musmuko is a volunteer teacher at the newly constructed community school called Bulavyulu. He says community-driven development is sustainable.
I retired as a teacher. I taught for 33 years in the government. So I have this desire that our area, our pupils, our children here, we have a long way to go. Kapongoro is a distant school. Chanyarupa is very far. Kango is very far. So we sat down to say, no, our children are too small. And then upon reaching Kapongoro, there is a stream of which during rainy season, they are not able to cross.
Patrick Soko, Zanis News, Lumezi District, Eastern Province.
Chadiza District Agricultural Coordinator Ziko Kahenge has urged cooperatives to take keen interest in Constituency Development Fund CDF that favors farmers. Mr. Kahenge said this during the International Cooperatives Day yesterday. We have more in this report.
We have 725 cooperatives that are fully registered in Chadiza District, and our aim is to come together and have viable businesses in these cooperatives. And there are some cooperatives which are doing much better than the others.
Cooperatives Day is necessary because it provides an opportunity for the world cooperative movement to promote and protect cooperative values and principles in facilitating the development of the nation. This is the reason behind scores of people commemorating the day.
The Cooperatives Day is necessary because it provides an opportunity for the world cooperative movement to promote and protect cooperative values and principles in facilitating the development of economic and other mutually beneficial relations among players and the stakeholders.
Cooperatives have been urged to take part in Constituency Development Fund.
Ulimi otani, ulimi monga wa ntilira. Ndiponso amena fani koshita ulimi ni bantu otani. Ni bantu monga ife mafamasi tamene tili ma cooperative.
Isengati ma cooperatives kenti funse maona lebo councillors watu na watu ma WDCs. So ati tipeze njira mwenti ngatenge kombali kundrama ejasi DF makamaka pankani ya malimidwe nizi bakuli tandizo ya zotilira irrigation facilities ingangale mamashini yose anasiana yolimira komanso na zipangizo mbeu fertilizer zose kulingana na mwenye zibira zingagulike kulingana na kupyolera mu program ya CDF.
Cooperatives are happy to participate.
Mukakolola nepamene mubwezi. So good nature, it is our farmers to increase my income. So kuchadiza kwa titape na farmers 158. But nandelapu ina batuza tikulima cooperatives. Mwense mwabantu mnawamchakizi. Mufunika mga farmers ya good nature.
Juba Zulu, Zanis, Chadiza District, Eastern Province.
The Bemba Royal Establishment, BRE, has announced that this year's Ukusefya Pangwena traditional ceremony of the Bemba people will be held from August 8th to 10th. Ukusefya Pangwena Northern Province Organizing Committee says President Hakainde Hichilema who graced this year's ceremony. Taonga Nkoma reports.
Preparations for the 2024 Kusefya traditional ceremony for the Bemba-speaking people of Northern and Muchinga provinces have commenced. The Bemba Royal Establishment announced the dates for this year's event.
Kusefya pangwena kukaba publish kuwa 8 9 kushinta pa 10 August. Ansh ndemu ita bonse mwebekala chalo. Ukutila mwikese mkusafia
Acting Northern Province Permanent Secretary, who also attended the meeting, reaffirmed government's commitment to working with traditional leadership.
His Excellency has been very much on record to say he would like to make sure that he attends most of traditional ceremonies because he attaches great importance to these ceremonies. He doesn't want to see a gap between government and the traditional leaders. We've been tasked to work hand in hand with the traditional leaders because we cannot work in isolation as government. And these traditional ceremonies play a pivotal role, first of all, in the fostering of our traditions to the outside world.
Meanwhile, the Kusefya Pangwena Organizing Committee gave an update on the preparations and announced the guest for this year's ceremony.
Our guest of honor will be the President himself. He will join us according to his communication with us. He will be joining us on the 10th of August. We also have 45 invited dignitaries, chiefs and friends of Minulubemba who will be joining us for the ceremony. So unfortunately, time is not with us. But as you see, we've already started works around cleaning the surroundings.
Taonga Nkoma, Zanis in Kasama district.
We end the news on a joyous note from Eastern Province. The Conjoined twins of Kasenengo district have celebrated their 3rd birthday. Residents of Kunda village joined the twins in celebrating their birthday. District Commissioner Rachel Piri says government will do everything possible towards the welfare of the twins as the Ministry of Health has continued to monitor them and is providing technical advice. Details in the following report.
This is Joshua and James, the conjoined twins of Kunda village in Kasenengo district. Doctors at the University Teaching Hospital, UTH, which is the highest referral health center in the country, could not manage to separate them as they share vital organs. The twins are now aged 3 and District Commissioner decided to visit them on their birthday.
As government, we shall render the necessary support to the family in ensuring that the twins live a normal life. I say so because the New Dawn administration under the able leadership of Mr. Hakainde Hichilema remains committed in ensuring that the lives of people are transformed regardless of their status in society.
The family says it appreciates the support it has continued to receive from the government.
Abana mpundu kupa birthday yao taona nditu kutima wena DC makamaka kuzoka mbapo na kuatira matandizo. Chifukwa cha matandizo amene watu wanga zikomo kwa mbili banja amikira kwa mbili. Azimene boma ya chita tamikira ndutu. Mao ambili paliba atumoti zikomo.
The district commissioner also disclosed that the twins were put on the social cash transfer program last year in an effort to support the family financially. Mutinta Mwemba reporting for Zanis in Kasenengo district, Eastern Province.
That joyous moment ends Zanis news. Let's take a look at the headlines before we close. President Hichilema graces 125 years anniversary of RCZ. Iteji Power Corporation shuts down one turbine. Lunta Girls STEM School harvests over 300 bags of maize. Plus, co-joined twins mark their 3rd birthday. On behalf of the entire Zanis production team, not forgetting Jennifer Shalionda, our sign language interpreter, I'm Alice Banda saying goodbye and God bless you.